boobs! Yeah, that's right. Today on Fraud on the Telly, we're talking about Chainsaw Man Episode 2 and how Denji finally found his purpose in life. As always, if you enjoyed the video or learned something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to check out some of our other Chainsaw Man and anime content. Let's just get right into it. So episode 2 of Chainsaw Man, I think, finally gave the audience a bit more of an idea of what Chainsaw Man is kind of all about. We've talked about this in all of our Chainsaw Man videos so far, but Chainsaw Man, despite from being crazy violent and having crazy art, is also crazy lewd. I think this episode is going to be a bit of a wake-up call to a lot of people who maybe didn't realize exactly what kind of anime they were in store for. So where we last left our boy Denji, he had just gone full Chainsaw Man, destroying all of these crazy zombies in a zombie devil, where he was rescued, I guess we might say, by one Miss Makima of the Public Safety Devil Hunter Division, a group that, well, yeah, you guessed it, specializes in killing devils. Her and Denji has made a bit of a deal. Well, I guess deal is one way to put it. Basically, in exchange for not killing Denji like a devil, he will work for her unconditionally as a devil hunter. But hey, man, I mean, he gets all of the food, jam, udon, and sausage that he could want, which is basically a dream life for our boy Denji. If you remember the events from episode 1, it seems like our boy Denji's life has completely flipped on its head. Oh yeah, also he has to respond with woofs sometime. Yeah, you kind of get the nature of this relationship right here, don't you? Makima takes him to the Public Safety Devil Hunter office, where she introduces him to Hayakawa, an edgy boy devil hunter who's the leader of a team, one that eventually Denji will be assigned to. Oh yeah, and he smokes cigarettes, so you know he's the cool, edgy guy. Makima sends the two out on patrol together, where Hayakawa takes Denji to an alley and, well, jumps him, saying, look, I've seen too many people die in this job, and if your reason for doing it is to simply get with Miss Makima, basically their boss, then you should probably just quit. Of course, Hayakawa at this point doesn't know our boy Denji can go full devil mode, and basically has no choice. He has to work this job until he dies. Denji, being the complete opposite of your upstanding pro-tag, does what many guys would do if they found themselves in a fist fight. He aims for the nuts. Again and again and again. Denji and Hayakawa investigate a devil possession, a fiend possession. Hayakawa tells Denji he wants him to take care of it using his devil powers, but Denji handles it easily while in his human form with an axe. When Hayakawa asks him why he did this, he says that, well, he felt kind of bad for him and didn't want to make a mess and wanted to spare the devil some kind of a sense of pain. We learn that Hayakawa is quite the upstanding boy, a true anime pro-tag, as his entire family apparently was killed by devils, thus he is constantly seeking revenge for them in some kind of way. He asked Denji if basically he'd ever be friends with a devil, which we know is a stupid question because Denji's only friend in the entire world up until this point was a devil. These two really act like foils to each other in a lot of senses, also considering the fact they both seem very interested in Miss Makima, but also just in terms of like everything about their personality. Denji being this kind of crude, lewd guy who grew up not going to school, not really in society, basically grew up killing devils with an absolutely horrible life, where he had to work every single day just to survive, and his only friend came in the form of this tiny devil chainsaw dog. They return back to the office, where Makima informs them that Denji will be joining Hayakawa's team, a very special team composed of special individuals, a lot of them being fiends. Like we said, fiends are devils that have possessed dead bodies. We're then introduced to one of these fiends, Power, the real best girl. If you know, you know. Power's a bit crazy, I think, is a fair word, as she's a way more devil than human, constantly searching for blood and something to kill. But wow, she freaking awesome. The two head out on patrol together. Power has to kind of keep a low profile because she's got some horns still sticking out, as she is, very much still a devil. Denji's obsessing over boobs, as you do as a young adult, especially one who's had basically no contact with other human beings. And yeah, Denji's a bit of a horn dog, as they say. He's realized that although he's happy with his life as it is drastically changed from the rest of his complete upbringing, and now is almost a 10 out of 10 as he gets to eat jam, hang out with cute girls, kill devils, all the things that he kind of wanted to do. But he still feels like there's a hole inside of him, and he's realized that other people seem to have things that they live their life for. And he's decided to devote his life to touching some boobs, getting with a girl, mainly Makima, to be specific. Of course, Makima is completely using Denji, if you couldn't tell by the dog references. I really do feel for this kid, man. He basically grew up his entire life treated as a dog by the mafia, only to be treated by a dog by a woman that he's completely enamored with and obsessed with. While a lot of people only see the kind of crudeness in this anime, there really is kind of an interesting critique on young adulthood and dating and, I don't know, masculinity and dealing with girls and the incel crisis. Probably reading a bit too much into this anime and the manga, but there's definitely some stuff and some interesting topics, I think, about sexuality, especially with, like, young men and dating scene. It's pretty interesting. Our episode ends as the two suddenly stumble upon a devil, a sea cucumber devil, which power one-shots with her hammer, and the episode ends. One of my favorite things about this show is its ability to kind of like completely switch the pace up. The music just kicks in and it goes from this like comedy, kind of lewd, not slice of life, but kind of chilled out anime to just like high-octane action shonen out of nothing. I've said before, but this show in many ways is kind of like a critique or like almost a satire of like the modern shonen, Jujutsu Kaisen. You can name any of them, and in a lot of ways, like this anime is just making fun of those stereotypes and those tropes. And I really do hope that people can see that and see past just the straight crudeness, and that there is like a deeper kind of like meanings and topics that's going on here. Yes, our main character's focus in life and his main goal, besides for staying alive, is to touch a boob. And while that is hilarious and sure what a lot of people may not have been suspecting, there's almost kind of like something wholesome in it, in a way. In many ways, it almost feels like too real, but it's still absolutely hilarious. And I love this show, and I love this manga. I'm very curious, though, to see how some of the more vanilla fans that haven't read the manga and have no idea what they're really getting in store for, have to say about it. You best believe you'll see me on Twitter trolling around on the Chainsaw Man hashtag, just seeing everyone's wild reactions. As always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, learned something new, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you thought of episode 2 of Chainsaw Man in the comments down below. I'm curious if there's any people who are going to stop watching after episode 2 once they realize exactly what they're getting in store for. As always, guys, I hope to see you in the next video. Stay safe out there. Peace, love, Adu.